Hi guys, welcome back. Today I want to talk about waxing versus sugaring. Now if you're new to my channel, welcome. I make skincare videos here on YouTube, so don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on my new upcoming videos. Now, there are a number of ways to get rid of facial hair, body hair, but in this video, I really want to concentrate on waxing versus sugaring just because they're so common these days, especially if you go to your esthetician. On the menu, you usually see like waxing and sugaring. A lot of people ask like, what's the difference? They are very similar, but they do have their own standout points. So today, I really want to touch on the pros and cons between the two. The key similarities between waxing and sugaring. Basically, you are putting like a paste on top of your skin and hair and is being ripped off. The result is supposed to be very similar. Some claim that waxing takes off more hair, it gives more of a clean result than sugaring, but from my experience, the two were the same. Like sugaring did take off everything for me as well, but it really depends on your hair type and how often you go, the maintenance of your waxing. For some people, if you are very hairy, sugaring might not take off everything. Or if you have a lot of peach fuzz, like little thinner hairs, it might not take those off because sugaring, the sugar paste is very good at adhering to coarser hair, but if you have like peach fuzz, it's not really gonna grab on. So that's why they don't really use sugaring on the face. They usually use wax for that. But for areas such as like your legs, your bikini area, then sugaring, they will do. They will offer that service. In terms of the result and how long it's supposed to last, they're very similar as well because when you are pulling hair with a paste, you are pulling it not just from the surface, but it's pulling from the base, the root. And so for me, everyone's a little different depending on your hair growth and everything. A Brazilian lasts 7 days for me. So it stays completely bare for a good 7 days. By the 7th day, I start seeing stubbles. My hair grows pretty fast though. Like when I shave, for example, I need to shave almost every day if I want a clean look because by like the 24-hour mark, you start seeing stubbles if I shave. And so that's why I don't like shaving, just because I feel like I always have to do it, and it's so time consuming. And like shaving is also harsh on the skin, you know, you are causing friction on the skin all the time. So that's why shaving isn't like my top ideal method. With waxing, they apply the wax in the direction of hair growth. So if your hair is growing this way, they're gonna apply the wax with your hair growth, and then when they apply this strip on top of the wax, they're gonna rip against hair growth. Now that's where a lot of people say that it's quite damaging because they are ripping against hair growth. It is a little more harsh, causing bleeding, like spotting in the pores, like where your hair is growing out, and it is very, very harsh on the skin because with wax, it not only adheres itself to your hair, but also the top layer of your skin, well, your skin. So when the strip is being ripped off, it is ripping off not only your hair, but also the top layer of your skin. And that's why with waxing, the skin is definitely more raw. It's red for just a little bit, you know, the first hour or so, and then it starts calming down. But it is suggested that for the first 24 hours, you don't exfoliate, you don't take hot baths or shower, you don't expose it to sun, you don't wear tight clothing. Just be very gentle. It is not recommended to anybody with sensitive skin, just because it is ripping off like top layer of your skin. It is harsh. I wanted to stop waxing because I'm all about taking care of my skin, obviously. And so I wanted to try sugaring. Sugaring, on the other hand, is recommended for anybody who wants to get hair off the way waxing does, but gentler. Because the difference between it is that Sugaring uses a sugar paste made out of sugar, water, and lemon, and so it looks like honey. And what it does is it adheres to your hair, but it does not stick to your skin. So when it is being ripped off, only the hair comes out and not the top layer of your skin. Therefore, it is more gentle. When I got it done, my skin didn't feel as raw, it wasn't as red, and no spotting from pores or anything like that. Like again, so the result for me between the two, they're very similar. They gave me a very like clean, everything off look. A lot of people think that sugaring is less painful, or they tell you that it's less painful than waxing, but for me, I actually found waxing to be less painful. Like waxing was very tolerable. I didn't find it to be a hard time at all. It does hurt, don't get me wrong. You are ripping like tons of hair out all at once, but it wasn't like torture style. But sugaring, I was sweating. Man, I don't know if it's because sugaring doesn't stick itself to your skin, it's just like to your hair. So the pulling from that hurt more than waxing, but there was a huge difference. In terms of pricing, waxing is usually a couple dollars cheaper than sugaring. The place that I go to, waxing is $5 cheaper. Not a huge difference, it's pretty much in the price range. And depending on where you go, the city that you're in, the price can be very different. From what I've seen, it usually ranges from $20 to $60.